Welcome all about reader response theory. Subjective versus objective. When we refer to something as subjective, we mean that it pertains to the individual, it means the reader. A subjective reading of a text is one in which emphasis is placed on the attitudes, moods, and opinions of the reader. When we refer to something as subjective, we mean that it pertains to an object, separate from the individuals. An objective reading of a text is one that is uninfluenced by emotions or personal prejudices. Reader response criticism offers a subjective or egocentric reading of a text. Egocentrism refers to anything that regards as the self of the individual as the center of all things. What is reader response theory? Reader response critics believe that a reader's interaction with the text gives the text its meaning. The text cannot exist without the reader. If a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a noise? If a text sits on a shelf in a bookstore and no one is around to read it, does the text have meaning? Reader response criticism is not a free for all school of thought where anything goes. Reader response criticism is still a disciplined theory deserving of a careful reading of the text. Reader response critics are focused on finding meaning in the act of reading itself and examining the ways individual readers or communities of readers experience text. The readers joins with the author to help the text mean. A successful reader response critic does not just respond to a text, anyone can do that, but analyzes his or her response or the responses of others. Our life experiences and the communities we belong to greatly influence our reading of a text. Because each reader will interact with the text differently, the text may have more than one valid interpretation. According to Jonathan Kohler in 1981, reader response examines the reader's response to a text as a response to a horizon of expectations. By horizon of expectations is meant that there is multiplicity of meanings of interpretations in a text, and these can be accessed by the reader according to his or her level of literary competence. A reader's literary competence is highly informed by the social world in which a text is produced, as it usually has a shaping effect on his or her interpretation of such a text. In reader response, there is an interaction between the structure of the text and the reader's response. It evokes a situation where individual readers give meaning to the text. This is because each reader will interact with the text differently, as the text may have more than one vivid interpretation. The reader response theorists share two beliefs. The role of the reader cannot be omitted from our understanding of literature. It means, unlike new critics who believe that the meaning of a text is contained in the text alone, readers do not passively consume the meaning presented to them by an objective literary text. Instead, readers actively make the meaning they find in literature. Reader response theory, simply stated as the reader's response to literary text. Tyson in 2006 describes in his book Critical Theory Today the five types of reader response theories and the differences that lie within each. The following table summarizes each theory, the noted researchers associated with the theory, and provides a basic definition, but I have not included that definitions in this video, but you can refer in Google or in net sources. The comparison between reader response method and also the traditional method. First, the reader response method. It enhances ideas. It is very student dependent. Student in this method, student become tolerant, and it provides multiple interpretations from the text, and it gives a better critical reader. It can make a better critical reader. And also in traditional method, it gives single idea. It only depends on teacher dependent. It gives teacher biasness, and it encourages enhancements of ideas, and there should not be no practice of mind. This is the difference between the reader response method and also the traditional method, which is followed regularly in other cases. And next, the transactional reader response. It analyzes the transaction between reader and text. Both the reader and the text are necessary in the production of meaning. As we read, the text acts as a stimulus to which we respond. Feelings, associations, and memories all influence the way we make sense of a text as we read it. The conclusion of the theory, reader response theory, is the best theory which makes the reader and the students to be active and to analyze the text by their own ways. It has achieved great importance in 19th century, and for students and teachers it is the most reliable method of teaching and studying. And that's the end of the theory, reader response theory. Thank you.